once again for a couple of cold ones with Corey and Carlisle.
I don't know who that is. Are you the Crypt Keeper this week?
I have no fucking...
just changing it up just to see if you can do it?
It's time once again for a couple of cold
No, it's too late. It's too late for that now. Don't even try. Don't backtrack. You already did it.
It's time once again.
But that doesn't mean you got to go back and do it again. No, welcome.
I'm well aware of that.
So how you doing, man?
Not too bad, brother. How about yourself?
No, I'm doing all right. Do you like this beer? How about
Yeah, no, this is good beer. I was glad you bought it again.
the Modelo Especial?
Yeah, we're drinking Modelo tonight. It was one of those things where we kind of I had a little brain fart, and he's like, "Hey, man, you gonna bring the beer?" I'm like, "Dude, I brought the beer last week." And then he hangs up, and then he calls back, and he goes, "Dude, you sure you want me to bring the beer? I'm headed. No, all right, fine."
I want to be fair. I was like,
And,
"Do you want me
went to get the beer, and as soon as I hang up, I'm like, "Shit!"
Well,
I
as
bought
soon as
the beer last week.
Yeah. As soon as you hung up, I realized, I'm like, no, I bought the beer, but who cares? It's just beer. I mean, we'll make it up in the different some kind of way.
It was like we were talking about, there were 2 weeks where I had brought the beer.
But then there was that one time that neither one of us brought beer.
I brought cookies, though.
But cookies don't count.
You ate the fucking cookies.
Okay.
And you liked they were good fucking cookies.
Okay, here's the deal. You bring beer 2 weeks in a row, and I'll bring cookies next week. How about that?
Yeah.
Shit, I'll make s'mores one week or something. So.
S'mores. What? You're gonna set up a campfire and we're gonna sleep in the same sleeping bag together or something like that.
Does that involve making s'mores? All that? Do I have to sleep in the bag with you to make s'mores? Where did all that get mixed up? I mean,
I have no clue.
S'mores
that
to me
just
was
sounded gay.
Did it sound? You and I sleep in the same sleeping bag? No, that's not gay at all.
I was talking about the s'mores.
Okay, yeah, marshmallows and graham crackers. That's gay.
At the fact that it sounded gay through metaphor.
Because I was about to say the way I was taught to make s'mores was just put a marshmallow and a graham cracker with some chocolate, and that was it. You talking about I got to slip into a sleeping bag with you now? I don't know how you made s'mores back in the day, but hey, the different experience for everybody, right? What kind of Cub Scout troop were you in?
Not a good one.
Were you in the one that had the gay guy?
I was the one they make movies about that end up in the wilderness and end up getting, losing people.
End up getting bro raped? Okay.
See, you had to bring up bro rape. Now everyone is taking shots.
Yeah, I know. This is going to be the last week. I'm going to leave it alone.
See, I almost said, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go to bro rape. And then we ended up at bro rape.
We got to stop it, man.
We've got to. This bro rape must stop.
Jesus, what is going on with my computer here?
I have no clue. It's on the other side of the room from me.
I'm looking up a page and it doesn't want to deviate from that. I'm trying to go to the top 5 for this week, and here it is. It finally did it. All right, give me a second here to press this button, come over here and crank the gear, and
that's right. This is the most interesting thing we've talked about all night.
I know, action packed, boy. You should see how I'm punching this keyboard right here. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, while you're doing that, the top 5.
You're gonna have to wait. What is going on with this computer? Is fucking with me right now.
It's an Apple. That's what's going on.
Please.
You're on a Mac.
No. I've had problems with computers in general. Computers and cars, man. That's the bane of my existence these days. I'm thinking about living in a cave in about a year or so, getting out this whole movie thing completely. All right.
Pull the Sam Jackson thing, Caveman's Valentine.
Go ahead. Jesus Christ, man, this will not give me the top 5. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? I'm so sorry, man. People, please, I do not mean to hold up your time right here, but blame Yahoo, which is what I usually go to.
Or we can blame your Mac.
No, we blame Yahoo. It's the page. It's not the computer. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to go to somewhere.
Go to CNN.
I'm going to go to...
CNN's got it.
Really? I was going to go to straight to Box Office Mojo.
Okay, that'll work too.
Type it in here.
For those of you that aren't familiar with Box Office Mojo, it is the place to go for all sorts of box office numbers.
It is. It really is. Somebody turned me on to that a couple of years ago, and I have to say, they are quite good. I love to go there on Fridays to get the Friday estimates, and that usually predicts what happens.
Their commentary is pretty much crap, but their numbers are always awesome.
They got some real bad reviews on there.
It's pretty much one guy.
It's that I don't even want to name the guy because I'm looking at his name right now. But it's a great site. The reviews are not all that.
As numbers goes and the way it works, it is. If you aren't familiar with that site and you're one of those alpha movie geeks, you got to know about Box Office Mojo.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, look at that. Yahoo ain't shit, but Box Office Mojo right there for me, right on my side. So
number 5,
The Strangers. That movie's holding in there, boy.
Well, I mean, it had a really weird weekend, and so everybody had to find out what the deal was.
Yeah, it was a very small movie. I don't know the budget on it, but it's made $37 million right now.
Did you like it?
You see, now here's the deal about that movie. I've told people over and over again who asked me, they say, a lot of people have told me, I'm going to see The Strangers. What'd you think about it? I said, I didn't care for it all that much. And then they go see it. And what do they do when they come back? They call me up or text message me. I didn't like that movie. Why didn't you tell me? I hate you. And I was like, I tried to tell you.
See, and I've been hearing a lot of people going, yeah, I don't get it because I went and saw it and it was crap. But everybody keeps going to see it, and apparently it's not that good.
I'm telling you, there's some weird shit going on. I feel like I'm in the bizarro world. Like me telling you, you know what? I should just tell people, yeah, go see the movie. And then they'll be like, nah, that's all right. So, yeah, because apparently they're going to do the opposite of what I say. The movie's really not all that good, man. And the critics loved it. I don't understand why. I won't say they loved it, but if you look up the average, like on Yahoo or Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's got a fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's got a B- or B+ on Yahoo. I don't get it because there's nobody in there that's a real art house star that would appeal to critics. This
is an adaptation of a French film.
There you go. That's right. Them. That's the name of the movie. Yeah, and that's probably what it is. And I never saw this French movie, but I'm sure because it was a foreign film.
It's at my local video store, and the guy keeps telling me to check it out. So I'll go and I'll rent it. But let's move on to the big drop off this weekend at number 4.
Yeah, with Sex in the City.
With 63% drop off from last weekend.
Yeah, movie
granted,
made $21 million.
What, $20 million?
$21 million.
Yeah. But it still was a drop-off, and it was a big drop-off.
It was a big drop-off, but it's on the border of making $100 million.
Sure.
And that's in 2 weeks. So, look, you know how we feel about the movie. I think it's mediocre. You hated it, but the movie served its purpose.
Stinking pile of shit is what I thought of it.
Exactly. But apparently a lot of women out there did not think so, and they made this movie a hit. So officially, that drop-off for the studios is like no big deal. We made our money.
Well, it is and it isn't. The point is that it officially hits that it's a hype movie, that it wasn't able to maintain the business that it did. It didn't get good word of mouth. The people who wanted to see it went and saw it, and the people who couldn't see it last weekend went and saw it this weekend.
But it did get word of mouth among the people who wanted to see it. That a lot of people came out of there saying, a lot of women told other women or whoever were fans of the show, I loved it. Go see it. So it attracted who it needed to attract, and it made its money. And now it can get out of there.
And get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
And get its ass whooped by number 3, which is
Indiana Jones and the
skull
fucking
baby.
Whatever.
And it's Kingdom of the Skull fucking. What the fuck are you on tonight?
What am I on?
What are you on?
We had 2 weeks of ass poking and bro rape, and now you're going to ask me what I'm on?
Skull fucking? We've moved on to skull fucking?
That's insane for you? Out of all that shit, all of a sudden I say skull fucking, and that's crazy for you?
Regular consensual sex versus skull fucking? Are you kidding me?
Have you ever done it?
No.
Okay then, please. All right. Don't knock it until you try it.
Cannibal Holocaust.
I'm not talking about somebody who's still alive. I'm just talking about taking a nice, smooth white skull and going to town with it.
Of course, with you it always has to be a white skull.
Of course. But no, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, that movie's on its way to, it's $253 million.
$253 million. It's still going strong.
So if all those people who said that movie was a piece of shit, and this is coming from somebody who didn't love it, it's doing as well as any of the others. So
yeah, it sure is.
So
and coming from somebody who loved the hell out of it, God bless it, because people are still going out and seeing
it's
a
funny
badass little flick.
I know you loved it. I recommend the movie to people. I just didn't love the movie. I think it's a series that's running its course. I think they should stop right now while this movie has made money. And yet,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
See, as much as I love the Rambo send up that happened earlier this year, I don't want to see a 5th one.
And they were talking about a rumor of that.
Well, it's not rumored. They're putting it together. We'll see what happens.
See, fuck that, man. And then Harrison Ford made the comment saying, I'd make another Indiana Jones movie if it didn't take 20 years because I might be dead by then.
Yeah.
But I really stopped. I mean, leave us with some good memories. I mean, even this was just barely crossing the line for me. So, all right. So, number 2. You don't mess with the Zohan, Carlisle.
I think people messed with the Zohan. I know you guys liked it, but other people did not.
No, and that was what I said. I mean, I think in the audio you probably heard me say,
"No,
hey,
I didn't hear it."
Okay, I said I know this movie's probably going to get criticized, but I liked it. I don't know what it is about it. I laughed.
Well, Zohan did what, $40 million this
weekend? $40 million.
Which is good. Which is on par. It's a little lower than he normally does. Usually his summer openings like Click and Click did like 43 million.
But it's around that area. I mean, I don't know what these movies pull. So I know they go between the $30 to $40 million range.
Yeah,
so I think
yeah. But the thing is it's even though prices are going up, his every film he does makes a little less. So, but it's still a respectable 40 million, but not even a pimple on the ass of the number one film, which is
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda, baby, $60 million.
And no, those two movies, they had a good weekend. I mean, because you talk about two movies that have pulled in a lot of money. $40 million ain't nothing to sneeze at. And that's really, like you said, that's on par with what they want to make. They're satisfied. They're like saying, hey, Adam, you're going to make another movie. Kung Fu Panda, that exceeded expectations.
Well, not only did it exceed expectations, but it is the best performing animated film that DreamWorks has put out that wasn't a sequel.
Is it? Is
Yeah,
that?
it bested Shrek. It bested Over the Hedge. It bested, God, what was the other one that did really well? They of their films that have done really well, the only things that DreamWorks has done that was better were their sequels, like Shrek 2 and Shrek 3.
Well, DreamWorks has finally gotten to the point where they've built up a name.
Yeah, and they finally built up talent.
Shark Tale, I think, is the other one you're thinking of.
Shark's Tale did better than Shark's Tale.
Yeah, no, I think given the history, it makes sense. I mean, DreamWorks has been putting out some all these animated movies, which have been hits, and they've steadily gained more money as they've gone along.
Now, did you go and see it this weekend?
No, but I'm dying to see it now.
You gotta see it, dude. You are a kung fu nut and you're an animation nut, dude.
Yeah.
You are so gonna dig the shit out of this. The opening sequence alone is gonna give you geek joy. It's
no, I've gone on to Rotten Tomatoes. It's one of the best reviewed movies this year.
Yeah.
I was surprised at all the critical praise for it, and now it made $60 million. Man, that's a fuckload of money for an opening movie with no sequel.
This is the surprise hit of the summer. This is the one that nobody saw coming, that everybody's walking out of going, holy crap. And all the critics did that. We all walked in going, how good can this be? It's a fucking animated film with Jack Black.
And it's called Kung Fu Panda.
It's called Kung Fu Panda, for Christ's sake. This is going to be retarded. And then it just blows your doors off, and you're like, holy crap. And there's still people going, oh, this looks stupid. I'll check it out on DVD, but this looks terrible. How can you give a good review to a movie called Kung Fu Panda? And it's like, dude, have you seen it? And then all these people are coming back going, holy crap, I just took my kids, and it was awesome.
Well, I wouldn't even worry about it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't even worry about those people, because apparently a lot of people thought that the movie would be good, and they went to see the movie. They make $60 million for nothing.
The thing is that kids dragged their parents, and their parents went, and then the parents loved it. This is going to be that film that I guarantee you starts getting a lot of repeat business as parents go, while the kids are saying, Daddy, can we go see Kung Fu Panda again? Can we go see Kung Fu Panda again? They go, you know what? Yeah, let's go see Kung Fu Panda again. I'll take you guys to see that. I enjoyed that.
But also, let's keep in mind that it probably performed better than Zohan, whatever, because it opened up in 1,000 more theaters, too.
Well, but I would also put it did it better because it was a rated PG movie versus a PG-13?
But as we know, a PG movie doesn't always do well in the summertime, hence Speed Racer. Unless it's an animated movie. Yeah,
that's the thing. There's a lot of reasons it did better than Zohan. The thing is Zohan hit its target market.
Yeah.
It, like what I was talking about was the fact that it made the amount of money that an Adam Sandler film normally makes, except it made just a little lower. Like he seems to be losing his audience slowly year by year. What was it? The Longest Yard. When it opened, it made $47 million. Then when Click opened, it made $43 million. This one opened to $40 million. He's slowly having people who are getting older and going, you know what? I'll just check that out on DVD. I'm not excited to see it in the theater. But he's still got that core audience that comes back and sees him every time.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is this is one of those vehicles that your average person goes and sees, but most film cinephiles turn their nose up at. Well, it turns out this is a film for cinephiles.
Well, the Kung Fu Panda example is what we've always said. I mean, I think is what I was telling you a few weeks ago. Like, if you're going to release a live-action PG-13 movie in the summertime, it better be a big property, something that people already know, people are dying to see. Because if it's not, I think you're going to take the risk of not doing well, unless you're an animated CG movie.
Well, it depends on what time of the summer you come out with and what your competition
If you're talking about later in the summer, maybe.
Well, this is why you get the more surprise films in July and August. These are the films that, could not compete in May and June. May and June, how are you going to compete when there's an Indiana Jones movie in the box office. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
and you shouldn't even go up against it. Yeah.
Speed Racer got its ass kicked, not just because it was rated PG. It got its ass kicked because Iron Man was all the kids could talk about, is how cool Iron Man is. And everybody went back to see it a second time the second weekend.
But I also think Iron Man not Iron, but Speed Racer was just something nobody wanted to see. Now, if they had made a CG Speed Racer movie, I think people would have been... They would have killed themselves to see that film.
It all depends. It was the marketing, dude. We've discussed this several times. It was how they marketed it. They didn't market it properly to kids to get kids to want to go see it, and they didn't market it properly to adults to make adults want to go see it. They kind of tried to hit the middle, and they marketed to both and ended up marketing to neither.
Yeah, but Kung Fu Panda,
this film, man.
Talking animals, man, still kicking ass at the theater. Dude, if you want to make some money, make a CG movie about some talking animals.
Well, not necessarily, because there have been plenty that have crapped out and have underperformed. But this
I'd say it's a good bet, though. I'll tell you that much.
Well, if you do a good one like this, because that's the thing, is the good word of mouth helped this through the weekend, and it's going to help it through. Kung Fu Panda, we're going to be talking about this movie every week for the next 3 or 4 weeks, if not longer.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it's going to hit his mark, and I don't think it's going to be the big talk.
I disagree, dude. I think this is going to be one that the kids are going to keep seeing over and over again. Because first of all, this next weekend, there's nothing being marketed to the kids. It's being marketed to adults. We'll get to that in a minute. And then, of course, the week after. God, what is the week after that? We're not going to have another animated film until the end of the month.
I think the summer is still a little too strong for this movie to keep having people talk about it.
Well, you know what? This is one of those instances where you're talking out your ass because you haven't seen it yet.
No, it doesn't. I don't have to.
The minute you see it, you're going to understand what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not saying if I see the movie, I'm not going to love it or anything. If I see it and love it, I'm still going to probably think business-wise, it's not going to be a movie that we'll keep talking about. Not with movies that are coming out right now.
I'm telling you, it's going to be that movie that will hang in there because the kids are going to want to see it over and over again, and it doesn't have any real family competition until Wall-E at the end of the month.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's coming up. But like I say, I think we'll talk about okay, we've done the top 5 here.
All right.
I think the Hulk has been getting better and better word of mouth, and I think that's something that kids want to go see. They already got the marketing for the toys geared towards kids. So I think.
I saw some of the information on the tracking on the Hulk. Nobody anticipated it, but the Hulk has been tracking at almost the same level that Iron Man was. There's actually this interest in it that just isn't bubbling and frothing publicly like Iron Man was, but it looks like it's going to do Iron Man numbers. And as the reviews that just came out from this week hit, man, everyone is loving this film.
Yeah, I'm just going to go on a limb here, and this is me taking a guess. As much as I want this film to do well, Iron Man numbers are going to be hard to get. Iron Man numbers, here's what I'm thinking now. I'm thinking that movie is going to do very well. It's better than I thought it would have done before because they really are pushing that movie. I didn't think they would push that movie as much near the end as they are now, and that's a good thing. But to get as much record-breaking numbers as Iron Man, I hope it does. Don't get me wrong. I hope it does. But do I think it will? Right now, I'm going to say no. But here's hoping it does.
Yeah. All I know is that it's going to kick everybody's ass.
Man, I want to see. That's the kind of shit I want to see. I want to see Hulk go in and just beat the shit out of anything that's in his way.
I don't know why I would know that it would kick everyone's ass. Like, if I had seen it last week, which I'm not saying that I did, I would probably think that it would kick everybody's ass.
Well, here's the deal. Now, we can say, you and I had this dispute over whether you should say something or not, and I told you what we could do. But you can come out and say you saw that at Ain't It Cool screening, and you can say that the movie kicks ass.
I could say that, and if I did, I would say that very excitedly, and I would say, God damn it, that movie would probably kick a lot of ass.
Yeah, we don't have to put any spoilers in there.
I'm not saying that I did, and I'm not saying that everyone out there should rush out Friday and see the Hulk in the nearest theater possible. But I might say that.
Okay, you're not saying that, but I'm going to say that you told me that the movie kicked ass, and I'm not going to give any spoilers. I'm not giving a review right here, but nobody's going to care if we promote this movie and say the movie's great. Go see it. So, that's all we can say about it. I'm dying. We'll see it tomorrow. I'm dying to see it, man.
Dude, you guys are going to love this shit.
No, I'm ready to go. I'm going in there with some Hulk hands on. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to buy some Hulk hands. I'm going to walk into the theater. I might even make it to the screening because I'm going to go and punch in everything I see.
See, I wouldn't recommend that because then you can't touch yourself during the movie.
I can do that afterwards.
Yeah, but Liv Tyler is in this movie.
I'm not that attracted to Liv Tyler. I wish she was around. I'd punch her too. She's a cute girl, but I'm not like gaga crazy over her. You must love her because you're looking at me like, don't you talk about Liv Tyler like that.
No, I'm surprised that there's a woman in this world that you didn't want to do.
I didn't say I did not want to do her.
Okay, I didn't say that.
Let's not get it twisted now. Yes, I would like to do her. I would not. If I met her in a bar, I would definitely not say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy, I can't talk to you." You goddamn right, I would do her, but I'll do her with Hulk hands on. But I'm not. I'm just saying there are women who are in the queue ahead of her.
That just brings up fisting jokes that I don't want to get into.
I'm gonna come into the theater. I'm gonna
smash.
Exactly, smash you right in the ass. No, I'm gonna walk into the theater punching little kids, anybody that's in my way. So I'm so excited for this,
and it's
man.
Going up against a film by M. Night Shyamalan.
So this is
they don't want to show us.
Now this
That's
is the
rated R.
Yeah, this is the big competition you're talking about. We have been talking about. They have the whole thing with Hulk and The Happening, and The Happening has the name behind it, M. Night Shyamalan, and I guess
and
what's
his name is all over the place. In fact, it's
yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan presents an M. Night Shyamalan film. M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening.
Yeah. And do we forget to mention by M. Night Shyamalan?
A film by M. Night Shyamalan.
As a matter of fact, I think if you want popcorn, M. Night Shyamalan is serving it in the concession.
M. Night Shyamalan presents M. Night Shyamalan's The Popcorn in the Lobby by M. Night Shyamalan.
Would you like to make that a large? By M. Night Shyamalan. No, it's that dude, man. M. Night Shyamalan has made 2 movies, I think, that were really great. And we talked about this last week. So I keep forgetting that this movie's coming out.
Well, that's because it's not on our calendar this week to go see.
That's shitty, man, too. Now, what are we going to do for that? What can we do? Because we don't have a review coming up. What can we possibly do to make up for this?
We could make fun of M. Night Shyamalan.
Well,
M. Night Shyamalan presents a film by M. Night Shyamalan, starring M. Night Shyamalan and M. Night Shyamalan as M. Night Shyamalan in M. Night Shyamalan's M. Night Shyamalan, a film by M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay, we already got that covered. We made fun of M. Night Shyamalan. What can we do to actually do some sort of review for it?
Dude, this is going to have to be a Friday thing. We're going to have to go and see it on Friday and record. We're going to have to pay for it and then invoice the company.
I'm just saying, well, what I'm wondering is, what can we do to put it up promptly? I guess we just have to make a quick review and say at the beginning, hey, look, he didn't let us see the movie, so fuck it.
You got the new audio player. The audio reviews can go up instantaneously now. You just have to upload them.
But we need to put up a video, too, for that. So at some point.
I'm well aware of that, but, I mean, come on. We've done this dozens of times. And it usually takes till Sunday, but, you know.
Okay.
Unless you're just ready to do it.
We'll work through it. Yeah. No, we're actually, as I said, we're getting more organized. I want to make sure we have 2 reviews up on Friday of some sort, 2 videos. Oh, first of all, excuse me, hold on. Hey, M. Night, you going to take out the trash or whatever? So he's living with me now. As a matter of fact, he's everywhere.
M. Night Shyamalan's taking out the trash.
Exactly.
The trash taken out by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, he comes back in. Hi, I'm M. Night Shyamalan. I took out the trash. Get your ass back in the room.
He won't even do a commentary track for it. He'll have to stand in front of the camera for 5 minutes telling us everything we're about to see, and then we have to sit through watching it at that point. Have you ever seen those?
No.
The special features on his discs are the worst ever because he is so. As much as I like some of his movies, the guy is such a whore for being in front of the camera. He hates commentaries. So what he does is he stands in front of the camera and goes, "Hi, I'm M. Night Shyamalan." And in the following scene, what you're going to see is this. See, Bruce Willis does this. And then he goes over and he gets this. And the funny thing is that he does this with this. And that means this and this and this. So I don't want to ruin anything, but then he does this and turns out to be a ghost.
Well, if he hates being in front of a camera, why is he in front of a camera talking so much?
Being in front of a camera.
Oh,
he
okay.
loves it. And then he sits and explains everything in the scene, and then you go and watch the scene, and you're like, oh, that was exactly what he just told me about.
Yeah, who cares, man?
That was stunning.
I think the dumbest thing that M. Night Shyamalan has done. Now, first of all,
I mean, aside from The Village?
Well, no, but he did
Late
Late in the Water too. So we haven't seen the movie, so I'm going to hold complete judgment. It's just kind of fun to make fun of him, but the movie could be good. The Happening could be all right. In fact,
I wanted to kick ass.
No, of course. Have you seen that trailer where everybody's killing themselves? The Red Band trailer?
No. You keep mentioning this to me, and I don't want to see it because I want to see that in the movie.
Okay, it's a funny trailer, man. I mean, maybe that's a bad way of selling it, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is kind of interesting, at least from a horror point of view. I'm getting some creative gore here, and coming from M. Night Shyamalan, where we've never seen him really do that before, this could be a cool thing. This track record with me is not so good, but this movie could be all sorts of great, and I want it to be that. But as far as going up against something like the Hulk, I mean, what do you think is going to do better? Probably the Hulk, because it's not rated R, first of all.
The Hulk is tracking way ahead of The Happening. First of all, there's a number of things involved. For one thing, the buzz on the Hulk is already much higher than The Happening. The few reviews that are out there for The Happening are all strong negatives.
That's what I told you last week.
I say, dude, this is crappy. There weren't any reviews on the Hulk until this week, and now that there's been screenings, everyone's like, dude, the Hulk's awesome. Oh my god. Then you add in the fact that the Hulk is PG-13,
yeah,
which
The
means
Happening's
teens
rated
can go
R.
and see it. The Happening is a hard R, and they're advertising it that way.
Yeah, they actually say in the trailer, his first rated R movie. Yeah.
So everybody knows it's rated R, and so the kids aren't going to be able to go see that. And add in the fact that, dude, have you seen the latest TV spot for the Hulk?
Yeah, no, it's been all over the
Tony
internet.
Stark walks out, and it's like, holy shit, it's Iron Man. Oh my god!
Which is funny because they kind of ruined the only real big cameo in that movie by showing a little bit on TV.
Yeah, but everybody knew it was coming. Everybody at the screening I was at knew it was coming, and still everybody fucking loved it when it happened. And it's a cool scene, and so you're just like, holy shit, that's awesome. So
it was in this. Yeah, I really don't think that The Happening is got the as you said, the legs that something like the Hulk does. But man, you never know these days.
What I'm
you just
curious
never know.
to see what happens is I'm wondering if The Happening will take number 2, or if Kung Fu Panda is going to beat it out next weekend.
I'm going to take a guess and say that The Happening will take number 2.
You know what? And that's just what it is. It's a guess. That's why I'm wondering, because there is that possibility if the word of mouth from this weekend with Kung Fu Panda happens and the kids go, I want to go see a movie this weekend. Oh, what's opening? Well, the Hulk is PG-13, and that's a little old for you guys. And we're definitely not going to take you to The Happening. Let's go to Kung Fu Panda again.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's a hard guess because you got to look at something like Kung Fu Panda, which definitely has more business appeal because it's a PG movie. It's a family film. An R is really hard to sell in the summertime. But as we see,
hard.
But during that first week, I think that given the trend, because we look at something like Sex and the City, where the movie already has a name, it has its audience. And the same way with the Happening, you got people who will probably want to go see this because it's M. Night Shyamalan. That first weekend, I think it's going to be number 2. I think it will drop off after that next weekend.
We'll see, because there's this other issue, and this has happened many times, that films like this decide to not be screened to critics. And then since the critics aren't writing about it, a lot of audiences forget that it's there or hear the positive buzz on another film. And when they stand there at the Cineplex and go, what do you want to see tonight, honey? Well, I hear The Incredible Hulk is good. Oh, I haven't heard anything about The Happening yet. Let's just go and see the Hulk.
It doesn't matter with critics, man. I mean, with critics, I'm telling you, nobody gives a fuck about what we say.
No. It has nothing. No, see, it has nothing to do with what we say about the movie. The thing is come Friday, there are going to be reviews everywhere for the Hulk. And people are going to be hearing all week from people at work or from other kids at school or just friends or reading the reviews that Kung Fu Panda is great, and nobody's going to be hearing anything about The Happening. It's just a matter of it's a matter of how many. It's like what you talk about. You can always tell what the box office is going to be, what the number 1 at the box office is going to be, by how many commercials you see on television and where the advertising is.
I'm telling you though, given the trend, it's.
Well, I'm just saying it's up in the air. I'm not saying it won't take number 2, but I'm saying there's an oddball chance that Kung Fu Panda could pull an upset.
I mean, I know how much you love Kung Fu Panda, but I'm looking at the business aspect of things. I'm just saying that it's this whole thing about reading about movies ahead of time, tracking it and whatnot. When that audience sees it, I've seen too many shitty movies be number 1, regardless of what anybody has said.
Yeah, but the problem is what it's up against and how popular it is. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about quality of film.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
I'm talking about the fact that this movie just doesn't have any buzz coming in, and what little thing is coming out is sounding negative. Whereas Kung Fu Panda, you keep saying, I'm looking at it from a business aspect. Really, a CG animated film that even adults walked out of going, oh my God, it's awesome, isn't going to continue to kick ass at the box office.
It might, but we're talking about a summer quick turnaround too. And we all know that everything, people want to see the new shit. I mean, no matter what it was. And you say that there's no buzz for it, but there is a slight buzz for The Happening. I mean, it's already on the internet. The Red Band trailer's going around. The trailer's going around. They're pushing it heavy on TV now, really heavy on TV. So, yeah, I think it's going to be number 2.
We'll see what happens. I'm curious. I know it's going to do well. I'm not saying that it's going to tank. But, I mean...
Now, what M. Night Shyamalan should have done, he probably should have made that movie a CG movie with some talking animals in it. animals killing themselves and shit. That's a guarantee right there. So I'm just saying, every movie, if I had my way, every movie I made from now would be a CG movie with a talking animal in it.
But next week, if Kung Fu Panda's number 2, I'm going to bring a big old bowl of crow for you to sit here and eat, and a spoon to suck it down.
No, because I'm not saying that. And hey, bring the crow, but make sure the crow's a CG talking crow. You can go right.
You know what? No, I'll make sure it's fried crow in a bucket.
Okay, yeah. It's okay though, because keep in mind, I'm not saying that I'm hoping that will happen. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm taking an educated guess, and if I'm wrong, I've already said that it's hard to tell. I don't know. I mean,
I'm just throwing out that possibility.
I didn't sit up here and say, "Fuck you, it's gonna be number 2." I don't know for sure myself.
I know it's going to be number 2. Absolutely. There's no way it's taken, or at least number 2. There's no
That's
way
what I'm
it's
saying.
taken number 1.
No, it's not gonna be number 1. I will say that with confidence.
I'm just curious to see if it's actually number 3, because that would be pretty freakish, and it could happen. It could be one of those big summer disappointments. Look at what happened with his last film. 37 million opening weekend.
No, it's true. No, I just don't think that idea sold too well. But you're right though. I didn't even take that into account. That shit could be number 10 for all we know.
I mean, it could be that big surprise bomb like what happened with Speed Racer. Who would have guessed that Speed Racer would have been number 3?
Yeah, you're right. So
we'll see.
We'll see.
Anything is possible in the summer box office.
For all we know, the Hulk might show up in The Happening. Beat M. Night Shyamalan's ass. we don't know anything.
Night Shyamalan, the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk just sits there and blankly stares off screen. I'm so angry.
Or he saw the lady in the water and beats the shit out of M. Night Shyamalan.
We lost contact with Iron Man. What do you mean you lost contact? We lost contact.
So does it look like it's closer that this Avengers thing is going to happen, being at the...
Oh, my God. That's all they could talk about at the screening. Holy crap. The fact that they're doing 2011, we're getting an Avengers film. And 6 weeks before that, we're getting a Captain America film. And before this, we're getting an Iron Man sequel in 2010, and we're getting a Thor movie coming up shortly.
No, I would say that there was nothing convinced me more than when I came out of the New York Comic-Con, and they had all the producers there, and Tim Roth was there talking about the Hulk. Man, those dudes might as well just come out peeing on themselves, because they were so excited about that movie, and they were so excited to show you that Tony Stark cameo that they said, "Look, if you don't think we're fucking around with the Avengers, watch this." And
they are dead serious.
Yeah,
it's